Wellness, everybody. I am your host, Jim Dandy, and we are in the yoga studio once again. Alright, as always, I like to start with a good deep breath. Inhale up, down in prayer. Once more. And a third time, always in threes. Okay, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing better. We're going to come, inhale up. And as we come down, we're going to squat back. And as arms come forward, this is our chair position. Almost like we're seated. Hold that 10 to 15 seconds. Now we're going to arch that back and straighten out the glutes. And then we're going to lean back into that chair position. Once more, coming up, arching that back. And back down into that squat. And one last time. Arching that back. And down into that squat. Engage those abs as we lift ourselves up. And back down in prayer. Now we're going to widen our stance just slightly. And we are going to stretch this arm down to the knee. This arm comes out if that's as far as you can go. If not, try to come all the way over and point those fingers toward the other end of the room. And if your balance can handle it, take this other arm out. Stretch it towards the other end of the room. Again, 10 to 15 seconds. And back up and down. Other side. Again, if this is as far as you can go. If not, come all the way over. And if you can, reach this arm up and out. Maintain that stretch in here. We're stretching out those obliques. 10 to 15 second hold. And as we come in, we're going to grab the head and we're going to bring it down to the shoulder, but do not raise this shoulder. Bring the head to the shoulder, not the shoulder to the head. This arm presses straight back against the back of the room, almost like you're trying to touch the wall. Hold that stretch. Arm comes down, chin to chest. Hold that, 5 seconds. Other arm comes up. Pull the head to the opposite shoulder again, leaving that shoulder down, bringing the head to the shoulder, not the shoulder to the head. And again with this hand, press back against the wall. 10 to 15 seconds. Good. Inhale, lift, arms to the side. We're going to lean it forward. Coming down halfway, forward fold. Hold this. If you want to stay here, that's fine. If not, we're going to come down to windmill. Right arm touches the ground. Left arm points up towards the ceiling. Keep that forward fold in the back. If you have to bend your knees a little bit to get there, that's fine. 10 to 15 seconds. And back around the flat back. And other side. Left arm comes down, right arm points towards the ceiling. If you have to bend the knees slightly, that's fine. I do. We're all at different places in yoga. It's more about getting that lower back stretch and those calves. And back down. Engage that core as we lift ourselves up. Hands up in prayer. And down. Okay, this time facing forward. Arms come up to the side, inhale. Doesn't matter which leg you start with, we're going to come forward. Just straight out, pointing that toe toward the opposite end of the room. And hold. Now stay here if this is where you feel comfortable. If you want, go further down into that stretch by coming down on the left leg there. Again, holding 10 to 15 seconds. Tighten that core for stability and come back up. Leg comes down, arms come down to the side. Again, inhale, arms to the side, leg comes out. This time we're going to take it up to the side. Hold. And down and around to the front. Keeping that leg off the ground. Down. And one more time. Around to the side. Down in front. Arms down to the side. Okay, left side. Okay, again, inhale. Arms up to the side. Left leg comes up. And out to the side. Hold. And down and around to the front, keeping that leg from touching the ground. Again, up, over, down and around to the front. And one more time, up, over, and down and around to the front. Good. Now, we're gonna bring that leg up, grasping it at the knee. If you feel comfortable here, stay here. If not, bring that leg out to the side. Use your left arm for stability and hold that position 10 to 15 seconds. And bring it around and down. Arms to the side. Left leg. Always a balance in yoga. What we do on one side, we do on the other. So bring that leg up. Again, stay here if this is where you want to be. Or bring it out to the side. Using that right arm for balance. Hold this position 10 to 15 seconds. And bring it around to the front. And down, and arms down to the side. Okay, I'm coming to the side again so everybody can see what I'm doing. Legs together. Arms up. Inhale, lift. Arms, fingers pointing toward the ceiling, hands in prayer. We're going to come back slightly, arch that back. And lean forward. We're going into our forward fold. Come down, touch the ground. If you have to bend your knees slightly, that's fine. If you have a brick or something to help you straighten those legs out without coming all the way down, that's great. We're just going to come all the way down. We're going to hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds. And then we're going to walk it out into our plank. Bring those legs back if you have to. Try and keep those heels pressed to the ground if you can. If not, that's fine. And we're just going to straighten out that back. Nice flat back. And hold. 10 to 15 seconds. Now we're going to come up to the side. Side plank. Legs go sideways, arm goes up, keeping that straight line there. 10 to 15 second hold. And back down and up and over to the other side. Always a balance in yoga. What we do to one side, we do to the other. 10 to 15 seconds here. And back down. Now, staying in this plank position, we're going to lift. We're going to lift up our rear. Bring those legs back. Getting a really deep stretch there below the knee. And then we're going to lift up and over and back into that plank. So one more time, coming back, flat back still, so we're not going into that downward dog just yet. And then up and back over, and one more time, back, up and over. Now we're going to go down into our Chaturanga. Remember, just hovering slightly above the mat, 10 to 15 seconds more. And down into that cobra. Chest comes up, eyes face the front of the room. Keep those shoulders down as you lift back. Now lift into that downward dog position. This time we are arching the back. Try to keep those heels to the ground if you can. Hold 10 to 15 seconds. And then we're going to come up into that dog split, lift that leg up. And bring it out and back to the opposite side. Open up that hip. Now we're going to come down into our Pseudo Plank. We're going to keep this leg above the ground. Hold 10 to 15 seconds. And back up. And down. And back up. One more time, down. And back up. I like to do everything in threes. So we're going to bring that leg back down. And up once more. Into that dog split. This time we bring it forward into a lunge. Walk it forward if you have to. Now, this back leg is going to turn to the side. And then we're just going to engage that core as we lift ourselves up. Arms facing forward. We're going to lean into that leg. Arch that back. Arms come back. Eyes follow. And this is our warrior one. Hold that 10 to 15 seconds. Now we're going to come forward. Arms come back, almost like we're doing a tricep push. Lean into that leg. Try and get your chest toward that knee. Get those arms up as high as you can. Now we're going to come up. Arms to the side, and we're going to twist that body around into our warrior two. Turn those arms over, rotate those shoulders, open up that chest. Now we're going to come down into our squat. Arms come up in prayer. Back down. Once more. And a third time. And back up. Alright. And we're going to twist back around to the front. Bring those arms back around. Back down into our lunge. We're going to push back into that down dog position. And we're just going to walk it in. Holding that forward fold. And engaging those abs as we bring ourselves all the way back up. And hands down in prayer as we exhale. Now what we do to one side, we must always do to the other. Balance in yoga. So we are going to inhale once more. Hands up in prayer. Back slightly, arch that back. And as we exhale, we're going to come all the way down. Forward fold. Again, hold that fold. 10 to 15 seconds. And walk it out. Into that plank position once more. Hold 10 to 15 seconds. our Chaturanga. 10 to 15 seconds. And Cobra. Remember, keeping those shoulders down. As we lift that chest, eyes come forward. And up into that down dog. Okay, dog split. Bring that leg back, hold 10 to 15 seconds. We're on the opposite side now. And bring that leg over into the opposite side, open up those hips. And we're going to come down into that pseudo plank. Keep that knee above the ground, hold that position 10 to 15 seconds. And back up into the dog split. Hold. And back down. Up. Back down. Up. And one more time. We'll have to do everything in threes. And back up. Now bring that leg down into a deep lunge. Walk it forward if you have to. And the back leg is going to turn to the side, and we're going to engage those abs as we lift ourselves up. Arms facing forward. We are in our warrior one again, this time on the opposite leg. And we're going to lean forward, coming down, stretching that leg out. Arms come back, we follow with our eyes, arching that back. Hold 10 to 15 seconds. And coming forward, bringing that chest to that knee, arms come back, like a tricep push. Goes forward as far forward as you feel comfortable doing. And we're holding that 10 to 15 seconds. And we come back. Arms come up and out to the side this time. And we turn this time facing the opposite end of the room. Turn those arms over, rotate those shoulders, open up that chest. And we're going to inhale, coming down, bringing those arms up in prayer, getting a nice squat in, and back up. Once more, down, and back up. And one more time, everything in threes. Down and back up. Turning those arms back over, coming forward, back down into that lunge, pushing that leg back. This time we're going to come down to our knees, tabletop position. Before we move on, we're going to stretch out a little bit. We're going to do those calf and camels. So we're going to inhale. Arch that back, exhale, and lower that back down. Tooch that rear upward. Once more, inhale. Arch the back. Exhale, tooch it out. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to come back up to that flat back. We're going to move into our bird dog. Arm comes out, if that's where you feel comfortable. Stretch that leg out. If you can do it, bring it all the way up. Hold 10 to 15 seconds. And we're going to bring that out. This arm comes to the side, and our leg comes out to the side. Hold 10 to 15 seconds. And bring that back in. And once more, out. And in. Out. And in. One more time, out. And in. And bring it back in. And Other side. Arm out. Again, stay here if this is where you feel comfortable. If you can, bring it all the way up. Hold 10 to 15 seconds. Now we're going to bring that arm out to the side. Our leg comes out to the side. Hold 10 to 15 seconds. And bring it back around. And once more out. And out. And out. And down. While we're in this position, we're going to move into our scorpion. Take one leg and lift it all the way up. If you want to stop here, fine. This is the modified position. If you want to go on, raise that back leg from the knee up. Hold here for 10 to 15 seconds. Or move into some tricep push-ups. Coming down. And if you come down, you want to take that leg up with you. Almost like you're pressing it toward the ceiling. And once more. And hold. Bring that knee down into the ground. Switching sides. Leg comes all the way up. Stop here. Or to make it harder, bring that other leg up. Again, holding here or moving into the tricep push-up. Down and up. The leg comes with you. Down and up. And once more. Down and up. And hold. And bring that down. Back into that child's pose. Stretch it out. Lean back as far as you can. Bring those arms forward and lean down toward the mat. Get a nice deep stretch in that lower back. Your lower back, that's probably one of your most important muscles that carries the whole body. So it's good that we keep that nice and stretched and lubricated. Okay, now we're going to come up onto those knees. Lean back slightly. Bring those arms out with us. Open up that chest once more. Palms turned forward, fingertips facing the back of the room. And turn those arms over. Thumbs pointing toward the ground. And we're going to reach those arms back. Grab one side of the wrist. Pull downward, continuing to open up that chest. And stretch out those shoulders as we keep leaning backward. And this time you're going to grab the opposite wrist. We're leaning forward this time. We're arching that lower back. Pushing our chest inward. Getting to stretch on these outer muscles. Now we're going to come up, reaching all the way up, our opposite wrist again. And as we exhale, we're going to lean to one side. And come back up, grab the other wrist, pull upward, leaning to the opposite side. Now we're going to bring those arms down, one to the side, one grabs our head. We're going to bring that head down toward the shoulder. Don't lift the shoulder up toward the head. Bring the head to the shoulder. Opposite arm pushes back. Bring that arm down, chin to chest, and then around to the other side. This arm stays down, this arm comes up, pulling that head down. I'm going to bring that ear to the shoulder, not the shoulder to the ear. And this arm is just going to push back. Now we're going to cross at the elbow here. We're going to pull that toward our chest. And we're going to turn our head facing the opposite direction. And down, opposite arm. Head facing the opposite end of the room this time. Now we're just going to bring our right leg forward, facing downward. We're going to inhale up and exhale. As we exhale, we're going to come down toward the tip of the shoe. Go as far as you can go. If you can reach your toes, that's great. You just want to get that good stretch. And while we're here, we're going to come up. We're going to grab our knee here. This arm comes back. We're going to follow it with our eyes, twisting at the waist, going back as far as you can, and forward again, and arms up, and bring that leg in. Opposite leg comes out. Again, inhale, back slightly, come forward, and stretch it down. If you have to bend that knee slightly, that's fine. You just want to get as deep of a stretch as you can. And back up, grab that knee. Arm comes out to the side and back. Follow with your eyes and twist at the waist. And back around. Arms up, knee comes back. We're just going to inhale, down, and continue to work those shoulders as we come back. And opposite direction, get a good full rotation. And lastly, we're just going to inhale. Really deep breath. Let it all out as we come back there. Ending our class. Namaste. Until next time.